Hello, everyone, and welcome to Snap Take. This is Glazer of Snap Judgments, the official podcast of Marvel Snap Zone. We've got 4 decks for you again today as we continue our 10,000 subscriber celebration. In addition to that milestone, we are doing another brand new giveaway today, and we've still got the other ones going from today. We've got like 4 giveaways going from yesterday we'll remind you of. We got a review of our bundle, and so much more. But we also have a whole bunch of tournaments happening. 427 and 428 is the Snap Grand Prix in conjunction with Pursuit Gaming. It is completely free to join that. 427 is the Swiss. 428 is only if you make the cut. There are at least $300 in prizes. We may have a big announcement about that going forward. Next up, we have our Fight Club happening. That is a $5 buy-in tournament that is happening this Friday, 4/19 at 8 p.m. Basically, you buy in with the $5 and then you win money if you win the tournament. It's a really nice thing that Gunny runs over on our Discord. We also have King of the Hill tournaments. These are multiple times weekly, quick tournaments that reward gold passes. They're really, really great. And we also have, coming this Friday as well, registration for the Snap Judgments League Season 2. You don't want to miss out. The first tournament was one of the biggest leagues ever in Marvel Snap. You'll get to play with all your favorite creators and so much more. That is a $1 patron requirement in order to have access to that tournament, but there's tons of prizes. We give away a crap ton of season passes and so much more. All right, our first deck is Fazer's Hope for a Miracle. Our friend Fazer is back in the Marvel Snap content community. Welcome back, Faz. Fazer is basically missed Sarah Miracle and was like, I wonder if I can still make a Sarah Miracle deck, and came up with what amounts to this deck, which is built around basically playing the old like Revis Sarah game plan, except there's no more Zabu, right? Like Zabu is basically gone, so it has multiple other game plans instead. This is an expensive deck, but there are multiple changes you can make. So you can find Fazer on Twitter. Eventually you'll find him on Twitch again with that same name, but for now on Twitter. For this deck, Kitty can be Nebula, Iceman, or Nightcrawler. Nico is any good 1-2. Basically, I would start with Nebula, Iceman, and Nightcrawler and go from there. But if you don't have Jeff can only be Nightcrawler, and that's where it starts to get a little like sticky. You really want that card that can get on Hope Summers and move off. Cull was eventually changed to Spider-Woman. That can also be Crossbones in this deck, so Spider-Woman or Crossbones are fine for Cull. You need Red Hulk, Cannonball, and Hope. Basically, what this deck's real big trick is it threatens with a Red Hulk. The opponent can see that Red Hulk getting big, and when it thinks you're going to Red Hulk, you Cannonball instead, and that's how you fundamentally steal games. Alright, Gladiator can be Morbius or any good 2, Angela, Lizard, Medusa, Quake. These all make some amount of sense. Even Scarlet Witch makes some amount of sense. So Gladiator is really good. It's really great tempo. It's especially good on turn 3 when you don't see Hope, but you can make up a lot of that difference by getting some more stuff you can do at the end of the game. Alright, so this went 12 and 5 with Cull, and then 31 and 17 with Spider-Woman in that spot. Turn 1, you want a Kitty. Turn 2 is 2 1s is generally better than Jeff. I like to save Jeff for playing on Hope. Is better than just a single 1, which is better than Maximus. In this deck, I will play Maximus over nothing sometimes on turn 2, depending on what my turn 3 looks like. Sorry. Turn 3 will be Hope over Gladiator. Turn 4, Gladiator and Kitty is my prioritized play. Sometimes I'll drop Cull. Turn 5, Sarah, or as much as I can on Hope. If I can play 2 cards on Hope, that's really, really big here. And then turn 6, Cannonball and Kitty, or Enchantress and Shang, or if Red Hulk just wins, Red Hulk. And that's how you win with this deck. It works out really well. It puts out an absolute ton of power. I'm going to tell you the one card that I felt like I missed. I played this a bunch. I was chatting with a viewer on Discord earlier, and they found this on my Marvel Snap Zone profile and played it, and immediately got an infinite ticket with it. So, like, this is a real deck, but the card I really miss is Ms. Marvel. So if you have Ms. Marvel and don't have one of the other cards, feel free to throw Ms. Marvel in. She's really good in decks like this. Alright, one last look at the deck, and then we move on. This is a real meta deck. This is the best Sarah deck I've seen since the Revis deck that the Zabu nerf killed. So if you missed that deck and you were good with it, then please, and you have access to it, play this. All right, please hit that sub, like, and comment. We are trying to fight the YouTube algorithm, which we are seemingly doing a pretty damn good job of, and get as many views as possible so that we can continue to grow. Part of the reason we want to grow, well, A, growth is cool, right? Like, we're trying to bring you the best Marvel Snap content, your one-stop shop for all your Marvel Snap needs, but we're also trying to help our friends. And as such, we have our giveaway. This is our new giveaway. We are giving away, apparently, like 16 gold passes, and we still have the 5 season passes. We'll talk about the guest thing in a minute, but Prashaun has a tweet, Ika has a tweet, Gregor has a tweet, Doug Pie has a tweet, and Spyro has a tweet. Their names are all here. I'll put it in the description to this video. All 5 of them have tweets now that tell you what to do in order to get, in order to be entered to win a gold pass. GamingwithFlashX has a YouTube video going live today, as do Zal Snap and FaThorNewman. All 3 YouTube videos will have, again, instructions on what you need to do for them to win a gold pass. Docty, Yeti has a video coming out Friday morning, as does Docty. Gnome plays live on Twitch tonight as you're watching this. CallMeSal is live Friday, as is SuperTechGod, both Friday night Eastern. Paper is live Friday night as well, a little bit later. And then Saturday we have Lufku, and Monday we have Tuccrr. Basically, yesterday I asked you to tell me what content creator you found through me, and if some of my viewers found joy in these 17 content creators, I bet you more would. So I'm going to spend some money out of my pocket and try and send more of you to them. You get free stuff and hopefully find a new, second favorite creator. I don't want you to like them more than me, but I guess that'd be fine too if that's the way it works out. These are really great people. These are my friends. Part of the point of growing to me is to help raise the community up, and please go check these people out. I think they're making really, really great content, and I think you'll have a really good time with them. And hey, you get some free stuff as a little bit of incentive. Cool. All right. Guest is also doing a subathon. He is a Twitch partner now. Basically, if we get him up to 18 hours, I'm giving away 5 season passes on his to his viewers. So go check out It's Guest Gaming on Twitch. He's should be streaming basically from an hour after this video goes live, 9 a.m. Eastern. Basically from then on for the next 24 hours. So if you join at any point, and you can be entered to win. This is the way to get more time on that subathon, and we're going to keep going so this doesn't take forever. We also have 5-time season pass giveaway. We're giving away 5 season passes, 1 per video, from yesterday's video, from Wednesday's video to this Sunday's video. All you have to do is comment on the video with a creator you found through these videos. If you said one yesterday, you can say the same one, but I think it'd be cooler if you found more than one. If you didn't find one yet, pick one from the last set of slides that you plan on watching to try and get your gold pass, and we'll do it that way. Cool? If you have the season pass, you can have a gold pass instead, and we will again have more giveaways coming to you soon. Finally, we have one more way to win 2 gold passes. Over on Drewberry's Discord at snaptracker.me/custom, you can create custom cards. Our keyword is turn-based, and our theme is JRPG characters. If you create a custom card, and I choose it for next week's video, then you can win one of 2 gold passes that way. We're on to deck 2. So this is our friend Sizer. Sizer was number 1 in December, tied for number 1, slightly behind Suns. It's really, really complicated and not worth rehashing the story, but Sizer is one of my favorite people in this community. Hey, Sizer. He's watching, I promise. And he is the current number 3 ranked player in Marvel Snap because he found this Loki list that he is absolutely smashing the face off everyone with. He was like ranked 30 2 days ago, then he was ranked 9 last night, and now as of recording he is ranked number 3. He's behind only Yo Woody MJ and FAK Crazy, who's like crushing right frickin' now. Unless I haven't checked in like 2 hours, so I guess something could have changed, but that's the last I checked. So this is apparently the number 1 Loki deck in the game. I want to say how cool it is that everyone is going, I'm gonna play Kitty Elsa Hope shenanigans in my Loki, and Sizer completely zagged and said, no, I'm going to play the newer version of Loki because I think that works better with where the card is right now, not having Collector, and then the Juggernaut Cosmo thing to steal cubes. It's just a thing of beauty. While cards like Red Guardian give you play into like Tribunal and, Red Guardian and Mobius give you play into like Tribunal nonsense or negative nonsense. You just have a lot of ways to win games of Marvel Snap, whether you see Loki or not. All right, so Loki is 100% required. Snowguard can beat Maria Hill in this list. It is so much worse in a meta that has a lot of magic in it, but hey, it's a change you can make. Also, people did this to me 10 times where I was playing magic, and then they would Loki away their Snowguard bird. Don't do that. Cool. That's how you lose. And you keep that Snowguard bird and make me guess whether you're going to use it or not, and then I have to try and rush my combos, and you can usually beat me that way. Cool. Mobius or Red Guardian can be Luke, Elsa, Hope, Rogue, Iron Lad. There are a million changes, or Ms. Marvel. So there are a million changes to those cards. Those are 2 tech cards that are specifically built for this meta, where everyone is running a lot of, at the top of the ladder, we're seeing a lot of negative, a lot of ongoing Tribunal, a decent amount of Hela, stuff like that. And this does have the Juggernaut Cosmo combo to deal with Hela if you can get priority, which I said was 66% to stop Hela. It's not, it's 58%. The math was explained to me. Just take my word on it. Don't ask me to do math. I teach English. All right, the number 3 ranked player right now, Quinjet is generally better than Snowguard on turn 1, but if you know you're going to Loki on 4, then Snowguard can be better if you don't have any other way to draw. Turn 2, Cable, generally better than Sentinel, although I really like Sentinel because this deck only really has the 3 ways to get extra cards, and Sentinel continues to be repeatable extra cards. I think that's really cool, and that 1/3 that's repeatable with Quinjet is really great, and fits in a lot of places on the curve. Turn 3, Coulson, Red Guardian, Mobius are all different times. If you see them obviously playing a negative deck, then get your Mobius down. If they dropped an Angela and you have priority, then Red Guardian is great. If you know 1000% you're going to Loki and you have everything else set up, then Coulson, right? Different cards, different times. Loki turn 4, or you can do whatever you did on turn 3 with whatever extra energy you have. Turn 5, and again, once you Loki, you're playing generated cards, right? But turn 5 is generally Dino. Your Dino is nice and big. You should have plenty of cards to keep yourself a nice big Dino. You also have Cosmo to protect it as necessary. And then turn 6 is either Shang and a 2, or Juggy and Cosmo. Either one works just freaking fine, depending on what your opponent is playing. All right, this is the number 3 deck right now, and it is here. This is the only place you're going to find it completely exclusively. Hope you enjoy. We continue to do our best to bring you the top of the ladder meta decks before anyone else has them. All right, so first thing to know for questions today is the patch for the end of turn bug is out. If you haven't updated your game since yesterday, update it. The patch for end turn bug is out. Stuff asks my favorite card back and how I choose my deck style. So I have a group of favorite card backs and a group of favorite titles. My favorite card backs are all basically the gold versions because I hit infinite every season. I might not be the best in the world, right? But I'm easily good enough to hit infinite every season. No offense to those who aren't. It's just I am. I also spent way too much time on this game, which, fair enough. All right, my favorite card back, I use one of... my favorite is one of 2. I like the Kang gold version with the quicksand. I guess I like 3, but I think the third one is like in a distant third. The X-Men gold with the gold background I think is really, really great. And then my third one is the Thanos Infinity Gauntlet. I really, really love those. I think they're stellar. However, I don't ever choose my variant or avatar or title. I just let it be random, and I'm totally fine with that. Mojo the Clown wants to know if Second Dinner should we Cap or Spider-Man based on their play rates, and suggests Cap changing cards with Blue Marvel. Like Blue Marvel becomes Cap and Cap becomes Blue Marvel. Well, I like Blue Marvel better as a character than Captain America, so I personally don't want that. I think Cap could use a redesign. It's that he's so early in the game's process that he hasn't had one. Spider-Man absolutely does not need a redesign. Spider-Man is both a really, really good card and really, really fun card and thematic card. I think Spider-Man is great the way he is. Cap needs a change. Everyone constantly debates how Cap should change. I don't really care. Just redesign the damn card already. All right. Matt Lawson asks the best way to spend gold in Snap, and the general best way is to buy Token Tuesdays. Token Tuesdays just went up a little bit in value, assuming this stays the same, and they are the easily best way to, if you care about card progression, spend gold in Marvel Snap. I see a lot of people buying albums, even in an all 700 album, right? That's 700 times 6, it's like 3,500 for like 2,000 tokens. That is significantly worse than Token Tuesday, right? Like, Token Tuesday is way, way, way better than any album nonsense, especially if you don't like those variants. If you'd like your question read out in tomorrow's video, please leave one in the comments. Tomorrow is the Friday video where we do weekend mission decks and so much more. All right, next up we have a Lamby deck. I don't think this deck is very good. Straight up, not going to lie to you. I think it's a cool deck. This is a Lamby Theorycraft. It's got like a 53% win rate. It's a fine deck. But you're going to see this deck because Lamby's got a big presence. He's got a giant footprint in the game. And, well, I'm a Lamby fan, like, blatantly. Lamby is both a friend, and I think I'm a fan of his work. This is a very solid list. What it's trying to do is do Leech Leader, except Sandman is way worse than Leech was. What Leech Leader used to do is it used to play a lot of high-tempo cards, right? And then it would leech you, and it would just be ahead because it played so many high-tempo cards early in the game. Then on turn 5, it would leech you and take away all your abilities, back when Leech did that, not just ongoings, and then would play Leader, and it basically all you could play was power at that point, and Leader would take the power. This is doing the same basic thing with Sandman. It works okay. It's a fine list. I think the game has evolved enough that you're not just always ahead on tempo anymore, right? And like, if you're not ahead on tempo, there's ways to play around this, and you know, opponents also have Jeff. This is another deck, by the way, that really wants Ms. Marvel, because after that Sandman, being able to Ms. Marvel and Jeff is generally fantastic. Alright, so you can find Lamby, the best player in the history of the game, even if I'm not sure he's as dedicated to being the best right now, at twitch.tv/LambySeriesTV. Silk can be Medusa. You really need Jeff, and I want Ms. Marvel here as well. We just discussed that. Ms. Marvel would be how I'd replace Gladiator. I don't know how many other Gladiator replacements there are. You want that you want that power, because you really, really want the biggest card possible here. You want to be ahead going in to when you're going to Sandman. Hope is a requirement. You need that extra energy. It really like helps a huge amount. And Magneto would replace Red Hulk. It's always the replacement for Red Hulk, but I still think Red Hulk is a card that you should own. He's phenomenal. All right, turn 1 pass, usually, unless you have Miles. If you have Miles, that'll be your extra play on turn 4. If you don't have Miles, you're going to want Nightcrawler for that spot. Turn 2, Angela is better than Silk, is better than Jeff. Turn 3, Hope is better than Gladiator, and you want to get a move off if you can, so you can Miles. Turn 4, Miles or Nightcrawler with one of your 3s, ideally Gladiator, or you can just play 2/2. Silk and Jeff is fine here if you dropped Angela earlier. Turn 5 is Sandman. Turn 6 is Red Hulk or Leader. You have to read the board. This is a very straightforward deck to play. If you just want to win cubes, especially pre-infinite, if you are facing any bots will fall apart to this. This is a solid, strong list. Cool. Just, you know, we usually show you like very top of the meta things or completely new builds. This is like a known thing that I think is pretty cool and worth knowing about. All right. 2024 A Dimension Odyssey is a reasonably valued bundle. This isn't like the best. It's not even top 10, but it is for $100 fine value. What holds it back largely right now is you don't have too much to spend that gold on outside of Token Tuesday. It's something like 4,000 tokens from Token Tuesday, and then 2 spotlights. If those were about 8,000 credits, I'd feel a lot better about this. And some people are going to say, aren't spotlight keys worth 6,000? No, because you get credits and other stuff as you open caches on your regular spotlight keys. When you get just the spotlight key, it has less value. So I think that I'm personally a pass on this, just because like without the credits, I don't really need the extra spotlight keys, and I'd like some gold, but like gold isn't really helping my progression enough right now. I'd rather get smaller gold bundles and get more stuff. So this is a no for me. But it's a borderline yes for people who will use the gold wisely by either saving it for a big bundle, which honestly, we have no idea if it will or will not exist, and who need the spotlight keys. Cool. Again, borderline. Yeah, but leaning yes. Our final deck, we took a look at a very similar deck recently. Avazord had a 77% win rate with this. Stormed into the top 15. The deck was altered out of a Kitty Angela deck and instead says we don't need that. We've got enough going with just hope and playing good cards. I've been playing this list a fair amount and really love it. Yeah, it's very, very good. It does need magic or hope to really, really get going. So you can find Ava at twitch.tv/Avazord. Ava is one of our friends. He is a Brazilian player who's got wonderful vibes. He speaks English and streams in both languages. Please check him out. I'm also giving away a season pass on his channel, although ideally that goes to someone who lives in Brazil, where it's harder to get a season pass for obvious conversion reasons. All right, we covered a similar list to this on Sunday, so if you want to see the previous version, check out Sunday's video. Without U.S. Agent, you want to add that Kitty Angela over Nebula also. If you really want to keep Nebula, then Agent can be Lizard or Medusa. Nebula, if you have U.S. Agent and you don't have Nebula, that can be Sunspot or Iceman. Lizard and Nightcrawler can both replace Jeff. You need Lady Deathstrike, Red Hulk, Hope, and Man-Thing. All right, so this is not top 25. It hit 15. I just don't know how to type. Turn 1, Nebula. Turn 2, Jeff. Hold Agent. Sorry, if either Magic or Hope. If you don't have Magic or Hope, I will tempo out that U.S. Agent. Turn 3, Magic is better than Hope is better than Luke. Turn 4, Man-Thing. Turn 5, Magic over Doc Ock over Luke in a 2. Lady Deathstrike, if you didn't Magic, or Valkyrie makes sense here. Turn 6, Valkyrie or Lady Deathstrike plus U.S. Agent, and then the same idea as turn 7 if you have it. Ooh, this list puts out a crazy amount of power. It reduces your opponent by a crazy amount of power. So you get a bunch of -3s by playing U.S. Agent late. You wreck an early lane with Man-Thing. If you Valkyrie that U.S. Agent lane, right, like, all 3s will be 0, but if you have Luke, you're just so far ahead. Or Deathstrike can kill a Valkyrie lane entirely. Red Guardian is you're trying to hit their Luke, but you're basically just getting rid of any problems. Doc Ock says, screw your hand, and now I can do whatever I want to you in this lane. I can decide if that's my Man-Thing or my U.S. Agent lane at my leisure, based on what your deck is. It's great. Play it. You won't be sad. All right, certain tiers of support on our Patreon come with on-air thanks. We've got Abigail Gieslam, Mandatory Burnout, Cables. Hope you're doing well, Cables. We haven't talked in a bit. David G. Wainfield, Direwolf, LAB, FaThorNewman. Check him out on YouTube. He's giving away a gold bundle. Good Dog Gamer. Builds great decks. We haven't chatted in a while either. Inc. Jane Every. Congrats on your first Infinite, my friend. JD McDonaldine Ho. Check him out on Twitch. Caretix Lee. Koire. Pyrophoros. Said that funny that time. Sorry. Pyrophoros. I said it the same way. Whatever. The Goat Seeker. Den Man Falcon, you can check out his great shorts on Twitch. Doku, Philip Ratkovich, really strong player. Mod helps us out with our graphics. Haplo, Kenny Loggins of the Danger Zone. Rob Silverman, Juan Diego Lebed, The Bizza, X-Force V. Skippy G. In my head, that V, by the way, X-Force is not 5, it's V as in V for Vendetta. Black Dahlia, The Great Kazoo, Jessica Gamble, Ryan Wood, Kev Sihora, Mod Supreme Models, Spectrumix, Hoot, Matt H., Mikey Hijinks, NoFlex, Ocularis. Let's go back quickly. Welcome aboard Spectrumix. Thank you for joining. Craig Sterry, Pretty Chill, who is in fact pretty chill. Seamus, thank you. Spike Jones, another person making great YouTube content. Two Ties, the Pirate King Tuccrr, the Homie Min, and of course, Gunny T. Where this T stands for, we got some big ass tournament news coming. Wait for it. You're going to be excited. Start signing up for these tournaments. You don't want to miss out. That's it. We're done for today. Hit that sub, hit that like, hit that comment. If you want more, do the Patreon. We got the podcast recording tomorrow night. We got decks for you already. More top decks. We're getting good at this. Peace.